these schools to the level that I know that we can go. So once again, it's time to get serious about the work that we're doing. That's why I'm passionate about me working with schools all over the world, working with principals, working with teachers, working with districts, looking at data to drive the instructions, looking at classroom management, setting up strategies that we can impact student achievement at all levels, at the high school level, middle school level, elementary level. It is time. And when I say it is time now to get serious about the work that we're doing. If you would like for me to come into your district and really help you to transform that district, that school, hey, reach out and let's take schools to the next level. If you can really take the map and drive the instructor inside the classroom and link it to the M step, then everything will move. You see it?
Ladies, third grade teachers, could you tell me, how do you think this professional development was for you today?
Easy. It was productive. It was exciting. We will never leave Mr. Hurt's advising.
Because the schools that I've worked with, the teachers I've worked with, their scores is go through the roof, because what I do is I talk about practical stuff that's practical. Because I'm a former teacher and also I'm a principal, so I'm gonna be telling you guys things that I know will work in your classroom.
For booking, please visit shurtschoolturnaroundspecialist.com.
So I believe that, if everybody say it can't get done, I'm like, yes it can, why not? I said, if these kids can't read, then I'm not gonna promote them. All this, mom, dad, I'm gonna look you in your face and say this kid can't read. We let them down. School, parents, we let them down, but I'm not gonna take them to the next grade knowing that they're not at grade level. It's funny because I'm always like, okay, how are schools successful? Well, schools are successful when they demand greatness. Greatness doesn't come. We're about to make history. We're about to learn. We're about to grow. We're about to make history. And then, mark my words, it's going to be other school districts, other places around it that's going to be doing this thing. We're going to be the first model. And I'm speaking that into existence, okay?
For booking, please visit shurtschoolturnaroundspecialist.com.
Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Mr. Sean Hurt with another powerful podcast. This morning, we are going to do part two of 10 things great leaders, principals do over the summer to take their school and district to the next level. Part one was great last week. So many positive feedback. I couldn't get through it. So we're going to do part two. We're going to finish this up on this week. So prior to that, give me 2 minutes. I need 2 minutes or 120 seconds, however you want to call it, so I get all of my social media friends in. If you're on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, whatever social media platforms that you're using, make sure you hit subscribe to my website and you say you're going to bring a friend. So give me 2 minutes as I get all of my people in, and I'm excited. I'm always excited. Anytime I can be able to talk about education, give some strategies on how we can go to the next level, that is always exciting for me. And we call ourselves Super Saturday or the Fantastic Four, whatever nickname you want to use. Is myself at 10 o'clock, and we have Creator Educate at 10:30, Principal Kofele at 11, and on Sunday we have Josh Tarver. And we've been giving out this information regarding professional development, education, going to the next level. My other colleagues, they know how many episodes it is. I don't keep up with all that, but it's been a lot of good episodes. And the information that we are giving is transforming schools, transforming lives. We don't do this just to do it. We do it because we care about education. We want to make sure that our schools, our students, our parents, that they are getting the right information to be able to go to the next level. and I'm excited regarding that. So once again, hit that share button. Let me know where you're coming from. Let me know where you're coming from. Show me some love. And we're about to go ahead and get started in about 30 more seconds. We're about to get started in 30 more seconds. I'm a little disappointed. The weather out here is not too pleasing in Michigan. We have some rain this morning, but hey, it's all good as long as we're not getting snow. You say snow hurt? Yes, snow. So I can I can deal with rain. I can deal with all the other stuff, but it's that snow that really gets me like, oh, really? We got snow. I got to go out there and shovel and things of that nature. But we don't have that. And then hopefully we'll get some sun out there on today. And then I know people like to go outside and go walking and do some lawn stuff. I did my lawn stuff this week. I still got some more stuff to do. I still got some more stuff to do. All right. So give me about 10 more seconds. We'll make sure I got everybody in and we rocking and rolling. Once again, stay with me. But I need you to share this out. Don't just keep it to yourself. Share it out to a friend. Bring that friend with you. Bring that educator with you. Bring your team with you. Bring everybody with you. All right. Let's see who's rocking with me on this morning. Let me go to the chat. Let me go to the chat. All right. Let's go to the chat. Who we got this morning? All right. Good morning, Dr. Jeter. She always supporting me, Dr. Jeter. Without you, a lot of the things that we have doing won't take place. So thank you for all of the love and all the support. Good morning to you, Dr. Jeter, out of Illinois. Good morning to you. I got Rashad Davis. Good morning to you out of Vegas. Getting up early in the morning. My wife was in Vegas last week. She enjoyed herself. She came back with some souvenirs for the family. She really enjoyed herself. We're going to have to get there as a family. She said we're going to have to go as a family, me, her, my two kids, get down there and enjoy some of that Vegas. So I might have to hook up with you and tell me where some of the sites, where to go, Rashad Davis. So good morning to you. Who else we got in the house? We got Stacy L. Joy in the house. Good morning to you, Miss Joy. Good morning to you. And you're coming, she said, good morning. 11 more days until my final day of teaching. Congratulations to you, Miss Davis. Congratulations to you. I know you're excited. I know you're going to kind of relax, recharge the battery, but are you going to be able to sit down? What are you going to do after this phase? What are you going to be doing? So congratulations to you, Miss Stacy L. Joy. Congratulations to you. I got Miss Annetta McMahon in the house from Illinois. Good morning to you. I got Illinois in the house. Illinois, you guys support me so much. Down the street from Michigan, support me so much. So good morning to you. Thanks for all of the love. I got September Vance Daniels in the house from Orange, New Jersey. Good morning to you. Miss Daniels, supporting the podcast. Good morning to you, Miss Daniels. Good morning to you. I got Lakeland Rowland from Jersey. So I got Jersey and Illinois in the house. That's some love right there. Good morning to you. I got Miss Verlander Jones in the house. Good morning to you. I believe she's coming from I want to get it right. Alabama. That's Miss Jones coming from Alabama. Good morning to you, Miss Jones, out of Alabama. I know it's out of Alabama. I got love for Alabama. My daughter goes to Tuskegee, so I'm down there like every other month. So I'm starting to enjoy Alabama, knowing the sights, and things of that nature. Good morning to Mr. David Bell from Benton Harbor, Michigan. Good morning to you. What up, Mr. Bell from Benton Harbor, Michigan? My man. Good morning to you. Who else we got? We're about to hit the ground run. I got about 30 more seconds. I got Constance Sarah from Pearl, Mississippi. Good morning to you, Mississippi in the house. I have to get down to Mississippi. Come on now, Constance Sarah. We got to make some connections. That's one place I haven't worked with no schools at. And then we got Jasmine Harris in the house. Good morning to you from Cali. Good morning to you. Much love. And we got Greg Dawson in the house. Good morning to you. And we got Savant G, a.k.a. Troy Gates in the house from California. Hold on. It's popping now. We got Canel Session in the house from OKC. You guys, there's a good chance that OKC and the Knicks is going to the finals. So I got Miss Session from OKC on my podcast, And I just saw Principal Fele jump in. I know he a big Knicks fan. He been going to the game, so I'm interested to see how that's going to turn out. My Pistons, they sold out. I thought the Pistons were going to play the Knicks, and me and Kafele was going to have some back and forth. But my Pistons lost. Detroit Pistons lost. So there you go. There you go. All right. And I got Rachel Suzanne in the house from Michigan. Oh, I got my Michigan folks in the house. I'm excited. I'm excited. All right. So let me go ahead and get started. Good morning to everybody. And once again, I'm excited. 10 things great leaders do over the summer. Part two. Part two. But before I get into my content, you know, I always ask the question, what is keeping you up at night as an educator? What is keeping you up at night as an educator? And I always start it off. And my thing is that how are you ending the year off and how are those scores? Oh, I hurt. Seriously, yes. How are those scores? How are those scores? How are those scores? How are your scores? What are you? And that's why I'm talking about going to the summertime, what that's going to look like, because many schools, I know Ohio, their last week was the other day. How are your scores? How are your scores coming out at the end of the year? And what are you going to do about it? So that's what's keeping me up at night. I need my principals to really understand how important this is, So put in the chat what's keeping you up at night. Next thing is that what's going on in education, some shout outs. I would like to give a big shout out to my good friend, Anthony Green. He's doing some tremendous work. I know he wrapped up a movie set. He's on here. So I want to give a big shout out for the work he's doing. I saw some of his highlight videos of the prom, the graduation is on his social media. Put it in there, Mr. Green. If you're on there, put your social media on there. If you need anybody to do proms and graduations and all of these highlights, he is the best. He is the best. So big shout out to Mr. Anthony Green doing the work for educators. He's doing the work for educators for proms and graduations and just getting social media streamlining for all of these schools and districts. So big shout out to you. Next thing, I want to give a big shout out to Principal G. Let's give it up. Give it up to Principal G out of Youngstown Prep Academy. I talked about him last week. The scores finally came in, all of the scores, ELA, science, and math. I worked with his school all throughout the school year. His PI scores, if I had people from Ohio, you know what PI means. It increased by 11% from the previous year. Well, is 11% good or bad? What does that look like? Usually when you increase, normally you do 5 to 6% increase. That's what usually schools do. That means you're doing a good job. 9 to 10%, man, you are really hitting the ground running. He increased about 11%, him and his staff. And one thing that I will say, the 2 things that he changed this year, he just changed 2 things. He had very high expectations because I worked with him for a whole year for his students, staff, and parents. That's the first thing. So the mindset changed. He had a positive mindset, but he raised the expectations for what he was doing. I'm talking to somebody out there. Number 2, every week I would call him or we would do a virtual, and he used data to drive the instructions. So they didn't have a thing called short cycle assessment. Short cycle assessments are every week you take some type of assessment based on the standard you're teaching. You're looking at it. He looked at it, dissected, and then he would have his data meetings the previous week to go over what the kids learned or what they were struggling on. So he didn't wait till after 5 or 6 months to understand what was taking place. Every week he was driving the instruction. So big shout out to him. Just to be honest with you, if he has another 11% increase next year, which he'll probably be 13 to 14, he's going to have some of the highest proficiency scores in Ohio. Yep. I'm going to let him talk about it. But I know what the scores look like, and I know what the highest is in Ohio. Well, he's a principal of one of those good schools where the kids come, they learning, they got all of the money, they got resources. No. Nope. That's not the case. That's not the case. That's not the case. So it'll be done. So big shout out to him. Next thing is that I'm gonna be on a roll for the next couple of weeks. I'm gonna be with Principal Gill on what was that Thursday the 28th in Savannah, Georgia. I'm spending the whole day in Savannah, Georgia. Leadership team, they already got out last week. She's bringing me in for, well, I'm gonna be working with the school for the whole year, but it's the first day. I'm excited. So I'm gonna be in Savannah, Georgia, and then on the second, I'm gonna be in Ohio. Both of these schools, they've contracted me. They're starting already. They're not going to wait to the beginning of the school year. We're starting to develop the plan in place already as we speak. So come next year, it's going to be 4 or 5 other districts, just like Youngstown Prep. This is what they did. They started in the summertime. 95% of the work has to be done in the summertime. You can't try to do the work in September, October. The kids are there. Teachers ready. We're starting now to prepare for the first day of school. So now we got a runway of about 2 to 2.5 months to look at data, to look at staffing models, to put systems in place, to look at how you're going to evaluate classroom instruction, to give you resources, to hire your staff. That's what we're doing. And I guarantee that these schools I'm working with, just like on the previous years, they're going to have a 12, 13, 14% increase on their proficiency. I guarantee that. Because when you put in the right systems in place, that's how you move the academic needle. Oh, I'm excited regarding this. So now I need time. Okay, I got 18 minutes. Now I'm going to talk about part 2, the great things leaders do over the summer to move the academic needle. You want to have a successful school. You want to have a successful year for next year. These are the things that they do over the summer. So let's go ahead and let's jump on. If you want some additional information on part 1, look at the podcast from last week. It has everything. But I'm about to go ahead and jump in it. So get pencil paper out, and as you're doing this, hit that share button, subscribe. Give me some love. Let's go. All right. So I'm gonna talk about it. This next one, and I went over all of them last week, but I stopped at number 5. Next one is that good principals do this over the summer. They analyze the data deeply. Write it down. Please write it down. They analyze the data deeply. This is what I want you to do. They review achievement data, teacher evaluations, and feedback, and identify trends and gaps. If you are a principal or assistant principal, I'm going to give you a piece of advice that's going to take you to the next level. This is what I did. I'm not telling you what I heard. This is what I did. I want you to spend the next 2 months to learn about your district assessment. What is your district assessment? I want you to learn it. And also, I want you to learn your state assessment. So if I'm in Jersey, I got Mr. Bush from South Dakota. I'm looking at it. I got Josh Tarver from Texas. I got my South Carolina folks, my Jersey folks, my Ohio folks, my Alabama folks, whoever you're on, hit that share button, wherever you're at, Mississippi, Vegas. I want you to learn 2 things this summer. Learn your district assessment. It's either 3 district assessments, either iReady, MAP, or STAR. You might have some or DIBELS. And learn your state assessment. Learn those 2 things. Spend 30 minutes a day just looking at it. Pretty please with sugar on top. Analyze your data deeply. How can you analyze your data if you don't know what assessments that the data is being taken from? I had to understand my state assessment and my district assessment. I spent that whole summer looking at it, 25 to 30 minutes per day looking at it. Well, Hurt, get deep into it. Let me show you, please. Let me show you. I told you we going to the next level. Let's look at this right here. I'm about to share it. Come on, share. Enable Zoom to scroll. Come on, share. Okay. Yep. Okay, cool. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Okay. This right here is called, this is iReady data. And I'm going to wait till it zoom in on here. Come on. Okay, cool. Yep, we're good. iReady data. This is iReady data. You need to know what this is. Progress to annual typical growth. You need to understand, all of your iReady stuff. You need to look at, because it has so many different programs and things of that nature. You need to know what this iReady data is saying. What does annual typical growth look like for the middle of the year, the end of the year? How does it translate to your state assessment? You can't get this by an hour, 2 hours. You got to look at it 30 minutes a day, chunk it out. All right. Next thing is that now we on this right here. You need to understand what your state assessment is looking like. Hold on. Let me make sure it moved. Let me make sure it moved. Make sure I got it straight. Let me see what it's looking like. Hold on for 1 second. We about to get out of there. We're going to stop sharing. All right. So that's iReady. Next, stay with me, everybody. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere with this. Next is that you need to understand your state assessment. This is Michigan right here. I got a couple of people from Michigan on here. Understand the blueprint. This is math. Grades 3rd to 7th is in English. It's telling you the percentage, items count, what it looks like. Is that making sense? Give me some feedback. Why wouldn't you learn the tools that you're being evaluated on? Why learn other stuff? You need to, it says analyze the data deeply. These are the tools that you're going to be evaluated on. Let me stop sharing and let's look at this right here. Heard you going deep. You never went this deep before. Yes, I'm going deep. This is NWEA. You need to know about this. Growth, achievement. What does that look like? You have to know this. This is non-negotiable. If you want your scores to move, what are the things that principals, leaders do over the summer? They analyze the data deeply. They know their stuff. That's why I was able to move schools. It's not rocket science. I had to buckle down. I got 2 months, 2.5 months, no kids in there. Every morning, I'm gonna be honest with you, from 10 to 10:45, and I'm gonna get into this. I was disciplined, and I said I'm going to learn about iReady NWA. I'm going to learn about the M-STEP. That is our state assessment for Michigan. I had to learn it in order to be able to understand the data. And if I did not know it, if I had questions, I asked somebody to come into my school and help me to understand it. That's what I will be doing in Savannah, Georgia on Thursday, and I will be doing that in Ohio. It's not rocket scientists. You say, Hurt, what do superstar principals do? Superstar assistant superintendents. How are these schools increasing 12 and 13% within a year? How are they having PI scores that's great? How are they becoming blue ribbon schools, reward schools, superstar schools, 85% of the kids proficient? Doggone it, they are analyzing the data deeply. I'm asking you for 2 things. I'm saying is just learn about your state and district assessment. No one is going to tell you this, but I'm telling you this because I love you and I care about you and I want you to go to the next level. Talk to me. How does that sound? Talk to me. How does that sound? All right. Next one, the principal, Josh Tarver, he's going to love this one. He's going to love this one. Recruit and develop staff. That's the next one. Get ahead of the teacher shortage by recruiting early, strengthening your culture, and planning meaningful professional development. Recruit and develop your staff. Get those positions hired now. If you're starting in August, start on them now. I don't care what you got. So morning time, I analyzed my data. I did all that. And then I knew I had 8 positions that had to be filled. I got 2 months to fill these positions. So I would be out there recruiting. I would call. I would call my teachers that currently work in my staff, my superstar teachers, not Mr. and Mrs. Potato Plant. Don't call them folks. Leave them folks alone. You want them out of your school. You're calling your superstar teachers and you're saying, hey, do you know any of your friends that would like to work at our school? I would like to have coffee with them at Starbucks. I would like to have a conversation. You're not interviewing these teachers. You're having a conversation. Oh man, what's the difference? Because when you're talking about a resume and all. No, I want to talk to you over coffee, over lunch. I heard that you are doing a good job. Your friend referred. How can you work at my school? What would it look like to bring your skills to my school? That's recruiting. You're recruiting teachers and staff to come to your school. People don't recruit. You say, well, I got 8. Yeah, start on it now. So even if you go from 8 positions that you got to get filled to maybe 2 or 3, that's better than having 8 holes to fill. Now you got to fill 2 or 3 at the beginning of the school year. Start now, because you never know when you're going to find that superstar. It's just like in sports. When the recruiters go to the high schools and the college to find out who could be able to come to their school, that's the same thing. Go to where they're at. Find out those scores. That's what I did. I would go to my superstar teachers and I would name them: Miss Clark, Miss Stevens, Miss Tompkin, Miss Angela Kennedy. These are the teachers. These are my teachers. Hey, do you know anybody that would like to be a 7th grade ELA teacher? You got any of your friends? I heard I got 2 or 3 of my friends. Can I tell them I'm gonna call them, and then I'm gonna invite them to lunch or dinner. I pay for it because I'm like, I don't mind paying $25 to take somebody out to lunch or dinner in order to fill this position. That's $25 out of my pocket, well spent. I didn't go to the district. Yes, if the district sent me folks, that's the cherry on top of the cake. But I'm making my own cake. Oh, I'm talking good. I'm going to make the cake. I'm going to put the ingredients in the cake. In the district, put a couple of cherries on top. That's fine. But I'm finding that talent and I'm bringing it to the district. And I'm saying, hey, I would like to hire these 3 or 4 teachers at this salary to work at my school. Recruit and develop staff. Stay with me. Stay with me. Next one. How are you going to get better? These are things you don't have to. This is free. This is free advice. I'm not telling you to do something I heard. I'm telling you to do stuff that I did. Build daily leadership habits. That's the next one. Build daily leadership habits. It's just like you have a habit of going to the gym 5 times a week for an hour, 30 minutes, and you go on elliptical, you go to your yoga sessions, you lift some weights, you do the bicycle, the treadmill, that's your daily habits. You do that 5 days a week, and you have a certain time that you go. Same thing with you trying to strengthen up that leadership, build daily leadership habits. They practice discipline on reading, journaling, and communicating with quality leadership. So you're going to read, journal every day. You're going to read something every day. You're going to read books. Look, you're going to read books. You're going to read books. You're going to journal. You're going to look. You're going to journal. You're going to do that 25 to 30 minutes a day. You're going to sharpen your leadership skills. How do you become that best principal, that best superintendent? You have to be around people that are great. In order for you to be great, you got to hang around greatness. I've never ever seen anybody become great when they're not hanging around greatness. If I hang around greatness, I might not know anything, but that's going to rub off on me. I'm going to look like, oh, greatness. Their greatness reads, Mr. Hertz, how to transform your inner city school and raise student achievement. This is what great principals do. I'm going to do what they do. Great principals, oh, this is how they dress. This is what they do. This is how they get prepared. I am watching greatness in order to be great. The reason why we're not great, the reason why we're not achieving what we need to achieve, because we're not watching greatness. We're watching failure. And we don't even know that we're taking failure into our spirit. We're bringing failure to our spirit because we're watching it, we're listening to it, we're in meetings with it. The only thing they say is the kids can't learn. No, you can't get 15% proficiency. The average school is 3 and 4. These kids, the last 30 years, man, this school ain't been doing nothing. You're actually listening, you're taking in failure. And that's the reason why your school is failing, because you're taking it in even though you're working hard. I'm telling you, according to what I'm telling you, build daily leadership habits. Discipline yourself to read, be around people that are great. That's why that's why the Fantastic Four comes in every Saturday and Sunday, because we've done the work. If nothing else, if you just listen to us every Saturday, you're going to be great, because we're giving you best practices. We're giving you tools to become great. How does that sound? All right, I got 2 more minutes. Stay with me. Hit that share button. Okay, I got a question. It says, what do you do? Hold on. I got to stop right there. I got Ms. Blake. What do you do when your leadership does not support? Hold on. It jumped on me. What do you do when your leadership does not support their teachers going into leadership? Okay, this is what you got to do, Mrs. Blake. First of all, inbox me and I'll give you more information. But sometimes you just have to do what you have to do in order to do your work at the school that you're in. And you might sometimes have to leave out of the school or district to take yourself to the next level. My first principal position was not in the district that I taught at. I had to leave out of my district because I didn't see where I was going to get into the leadership, and I was determined to make changes. And I went to another district and I took off. Sometimes you got to leave out of your backyard, leave out of your comfort zone. Sometimes you have to leave. Next one is that number 10, strengthen relationships. This summer, connect with staff, families, and community partners. Connect with your staff. Who do I connect with my staff? Your superstar teachers. Leave Mr. and Mrs. Potato Plant alone. You're wasting your time connecting with them. You want them out of your building. For the last 4 years, they haven't done nothing. Connect with your superstar teachers. Connect with your staff. Check in on them. Send them some emails. Connect with families. Tell me, hey, I can't wait till you come back. Do all those. And also show your face in the community. The mayor, your state rep, all those things. Go to those meetings. I know you got a life, but you have to be in there because they need to put a face with the school. This is who you are. Connect with them. So I'm going to stop right there. I would like to first say, if you would like for me to come and work with your school, inbox me. Any questions, concerns, inbox me. Hey, this is what I do. I do virtually. Well, do you charge for you to connect virtually? No, I don't. Just inbox me. We'll set up some time to work. Also, if you would like your teachers, your principal, your leadership team to come and get some of this work that I'm doing, I have 2 more slots open for schools and districts. That's all I'm taking, 2 more. Let's go ahead and make this work. Third thing is that please look at this week and last week. Take these principles with you. It will take you to the next level. So I would like to say happy holidays. Congratulations to all of my new principals. Thank you for supporting me. Let's have a blessed week. Stay encouraged. Enjoy time with your family. And if no one have told you I love you, I thank you, I appreciate all of the support. I'll see you next week. Now, let's everybody go over, tune into my good friends, Create and Educate, for their podcast.